Actually, I don't want to answer the question which industry gives the most flexibility, because it's really important to be open-minded when you go to the industry and see where the flexibility is.
The main thing is you start with an energy awareness. It is very good to have a look at your energy bill.
I think in the short run we really need to focus on energy efficiency. This is where we can earn money today, this is where we can earn CO2 emissions, this is really where we can get a lot done already today.
I think it was a good opportunity to try out and at least take a balance of what is there, looking ahead 5 years, what could be there in terms of flexible energy consumption. And it's given parties an insight of the subject who weren't involved before that.
What we found is that Orkney and Shetland, for example, have very constrained energy grids, because they're at the end of a national grid and essentially they're independent energy systems. And they already have problems in terms of balancing renewables into their grid. We found a kind of environment where you can actually, where these kind of smart energy solutions are not just theory, they're needed today. They're desperate for energy solutions, and we've got a few ideas which have come out of the E-Harbours project that we look to implement in Orkney, particularly around e-mobility and electric vehicles as kind of part of smart energy solutions.
In the context of flexibility, there are quite some known ways to find flexibility. That's in cold stores. Quite interesting in the Antwerp harbour as well is it's a very, there's lots of petrochemical industry, and petrochemical industry is really known for its very flat energy consumption. So they're quite well known, like their offtake of electricity is always the same. So it was very difficult for us to estimate what we're going to find there. And it was really cool to see actually that when we did the real search, we went talking to the technical people there, we found flexibility, and it was quite a big amount. Another one we found, which was really interesting as well, was a sludge processing plant that gives quite some flexibility as well, and that was nice to find as well.
Well, during the E-Harbours project we have found several business cases for industries and large power consumers to actually make money from flexibility. I think the strongest that we found is, well, to optimize the use of own renewable energy production or production from combined heat and power on your own premises.
If many boats become electric, there is the possibility of offering flexibility in flexibility of energy use. So that's the interesting part for E-Harbours, since we have a very large scale of boats in Amsterdam.
I think we in the city of Malmö have been very inspired by what we have seen in Amsterdam, for example, with a long tradition of working with electric mobility on land and on water. We have tried to connect electric vehicles together with E.ON to smart houses in Malmö to see how residents interact with electric vehicles over time. But it will be interesting in the long run to also see how the electric vehicles can function as an energy carrier, a little bit similar to what has been done in Sandstad.
If you come to think of the positive contribution of a car or a fleet, it is the buffer. It is a buffer in the energy system. It's 22 hours a day. It's there, it's not moving. So it can help balancing the grid.
A lot of the findings weren't surprising. The best business cases in terms of how cost effective they are, how much flexibility they provide, and how easy they are to deliver are things such as making sure your energy bill is optimised. It's easy to do, it doesn't involve technology or capital investment, and it doesn't involve upsetting your core business. But it was good to see in some of the benchmarking that some of the smarter energy solutions that we were hoping to see were also featured quite highly, such as the smart homes in Malmö, erecting wind turbines in small harbours, and even kind of large industrial chemical processes.
The project has 3 recommendations. First, stop subsidizing renewable energy if you don't support smart energy consumption. 2, support the development of private nets, making it possible to exchange energy in a smart way. 3, support flexibility. Redesign your system of levies in order to change behavior.
The shift from just subsidizing renewable energies to subsidizing a change in thinking is very, very important. And also for the Commission, this is important because we know that we cannot simply subsidize everything. We want to give seed money, we want to start things, but we want to have a high leverage factor that is not just one-to-one, but much higher. And the best thing is if we invest actually in a change of models, in a change of thinking in this area.